Like every time I wear this, I'm just like, ooh, just know she's not for the faint-hearted.
No basic song.
Hey Stush Gang, welcome or welcome back to another video with the Stush Life. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite perfumes for the fall season. My perfume collection has grown rapidly. It has grown tremendously, and I'm here to share with you guys some fragrances that I'll be wearing for the fall season that I'll also be wearing for the winter seasons. So if you guys are interested, please keep on watching. If you haven't already subscribed, before we start this video off, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. Make sure you guys also turn on your post notifications. Make sure you guys also follow me on Instagram at the Stush Life, so that way you can keep up with me off of YouTube. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. So I feel like it's only right for me to start off with the daytime fall fragrances. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'll go ahead and leave the notes on the screen along with the fragrance type if I don't mention it, and I'll also leave links to all the items mentioned in today's video down below in the description box for your convenience. The first fragrance that I want to highlight is actually the Gold Fresh Couture fragrance. This is in EDP, coming from Moschino, however you pronounce the brand. This is She. Beautiful, stunning bottle. I've mentioned this fragrance, I want to say, in a vlog in the past, and I was wearing it during the summer months as well in the daytime, but I feel like this would be a great fragrance to transition into the cooler months, because even though it is a fresh fragrance, it's not too fresh, it's not citrusy at all, and it's not too bright of a fragrance where I feel like it can only be worn in the summertime, if that makes sense. It's a really nice and fresh everyday daytime fragrance, and I feel like that's why it would perform really well in the fall months as well, because it's not too citrusy, it's not too bright, it's not too sweet either. This is a goodie. This is really a goodie, and I got this one on Rebel Scents, I believe. Again, I'll leave the links to where I purchased all of these items from down below for you guys, but I got this on Rebel Scents for a really good price as well, because I don't believe that it's being sold on like Moschino's website or on sites like Sephora, Bloomingdale's, or Nordstrom or anything like that. So this is a really good bang for your buck, because you will be getting it at a discounted price. The next fragrance that I want to highlight is actually one that I've been dying to get my hands on for a little while now. I mean, there was nothing really holding me back. I just wasn't really trying to spend the coin, but I went ahead and bit the bullet because she's really that girl. She is that girl. Now, I know a few of you guys may like some of the other fragrances from this brand and from this line of their fragrances, but the C Fiori, I believe that's how you pronounce it, by Giorgio Armani. Packaging, first of all, packaging, it matches my nails to the T. It's just stunning. Do you guys see that? It is just stunning. I love the packaging of this fragrance, but I love the smell. I love the scent of this fragrance even more. It is such a nice, sweet, and feminine fragrance. Like, it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet like summertime sweet, if that makes sense. It is a warm floral as well. You definitely get the vanilla note in here as well. Like, this fragrance smells so good. It smells so good, and it dries down really nicely on me. I know sometimes a lot of people don't really like the powdery notes in a fragrance because they feel like it's gonna give them more of a mature, some people may say grandma scent, but this smells so good on my skin, y'all. I know a lot of people also really enjoy the C Passion and the original C fragrance by Giorgio Armani, but this is the best one in my opinion. This is the best one from the C line coming from Giorgio Armani. It just smells so good on my skin, and it lasts all day long. Sephora only had the 1 ounce when I purchased this online, so I think it's being discontinued because it's also not on Giorgio Armani's website, and I haven't really seen it online on some of the major retailer sites. So run, don't walk if you want this. This is, she's up there in my list of fragrances. Like, she's really that girl. The next one on the list is Good Girl. She's a really good girl. She's a really good girl. By Carolina Herrera. This is the original EDP, and bottle is absolutely stunning, but this is just overall a really good perfume. It can be worn year round, but I feel like it's also stellar for the fall and winter months. It just does something to me internally. It does something to me internally, but it actually just smells really good on the skin. It's a nice feminine fragrance as well, and it is also a warm floral scent, so it falls in that category. So it just smells really, really nice. So it just works really, really well for these cooler months that are ahead, and it looks amazing on your vanity as well. Now, I think those are the 3 for daytime. Some of these other ones that I'm going to mention can be worn in the daytime as well, but I feel like they can also be worn in the nighttime as well. But then there are some of them that I would only put on in the nighttime. So I guess we'll just dive right into the next few fragrances, and you know, I'll just specify when I would wear them. So the next fragrance that I want to highlight is the YSL Libre EDP. This smells, oh, absolutely amazing. This is fall and winter in a bottle, if I do say so myself. If you smell this, you know what this smells like. It's just warm, cozy, spicy, and just a little bit fruity, just a little fruity. You could definitely smell the vanilla in this as well, but you get the spiciness in this fragrance as well. I don't know what it is, what's in it, but there's definitely a spicy note in here somewhere. And this is one of the fragrances that's gonna last all day long. I'll put this on in the daytime and I'll still be smelling it into the nighttime. This is also one that you don't need to spray 10 times. A few sprays and it'll get the job done, I promise you. Next up is one of my favorites. It is coming from Killy, and it is the I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess, and that's on Period. So this is the Killy Princess EDP. Packaging, stunning. It's like a little bomb. I just love the packaging for this, but I love the fragrance. I love the scent even more. You get the marshmallow in here off rip. If you know me, you know I love marshmallows. I love marshmallow scented things, and the marshmallow scent is very, very present in this fragrance. It is really nice. This is definitely a warm and sweet gourmand. Like every time I wear this, I'm just like, ooh, this is one of the fragrances that's gonna make you smell edible. Anytime I spray this, I'm like, yo, this smells so good. This is something that I would also wear in the daytime, and I wouldn't hesitate to put it on in the nighttime as well, because it can be worn both day and night. It's just a really, really nice, feminine, distinct fragrance. Also, I've heard a lot of people say that this doesn't last. This lasts on my body at least 6-7 hours, and I'll still smell it on the skin. So I don't know, maybe it's just how it works with my body chemistry, but I find that this fragrance actually does last on my skin. Let me know if you have this fragrance down below. Let me know if it lasts on you. The next fragrance that I want to get into is actually coming from Dolce Gabbana, and it is their The Only One EDP. Now, I only have this in a travel spray, but best believe I will be picking up the full size for this because it smells really, really good. You smell the coffee in this one as well. Like as soon as you spray it, even before spraying it, you can smell it just from the nozzle. The coffee scent, the coffee note is very, very distinct. It's very pronounced in this fragrance, and I love how this smells. I also like pairing The Only One with the Killy Princess EDP. These two together smell really good. It might just be the marshmallow and the coffee note when they're put together. When I pair these two together, I'm like alive again. They smell so good together. If you have these two, I definitely recommend using them together. It's just gonna give you a different scent, a distinctive scent. People are gonna be like, what is that? And you're gonna tell them it's the Killy Princess and the Dolce & Gabbana The Only One EDPs. The next fragrance that I wanna highlight is actually coming from Zara. The next two actually are coming from Zara. The first one is Gardenia. It is also an EDP. This smells super, super yummy. You smell the coffee in here as well. I believe there is a coffee note in here. Hopefully I'm not mistaken, because I smell coffee straight up when I'm smelling this. It's definitely a warm floral. I also smell some vanilla in here as well. Like the vanilla is also pretty present in this fragrance. Wow, this is such a good perfume. This is such a goodie. Like Zara deserves a clap. Can't really hear me clapping. Zara deserves a clap for this one. It is also very, very affordable. So if you're looking for a nice perfume without having to break the bank, I highly recommend you guys check out some of Zara's fragrances, because they have a ton of nice perfumes. They give looks, they give luxurious, but they don't break the bank. So definitely check out Zara's fragrances. Definitely check out Gardenia for the fall, because this one is going to be sprayed. It's going to be spritzed by me all season long. The second Zara fragrance that I want to highlight in today's video is actually Ebony Woods. Now, I don't have mine as yet because it's being delivered tomorrow and I needed to bulk film today, but I will go ahead and put up a little picture showing you guys what the fragrance looks like. So quick backstory, I saw Kyra rave about this fragrance and she honestly sold it out on the Zara website. I went into the Zara closest to me and they were out of stock of it, but they did have the tester in store, so I was able to smell it. I also sprayed it on my wrist. Now upon the initial spray, I was not a fan at all. It was giving citrusy. I was very confused. I'm like, why do the girls like this fragrance? But I continued to do my shopping, and as time passed, I continued to smell my wrist. I gave the fragrance a chance to dry down, and when she dried down, I was like, okay, Kyra may just have a point. I see why the girls sold this fragrance out. It smelled so good after it dried down. Initially, it was just too citrusy, too loud. It smelled more of like a, I don't even know how to describe it, but I was not a fan. But after it dried down, I got the warm, sweet, and spicy scent, and I realized that I had to get my hands on it. So I went on the Zara app while I was still in store, and I realized that it was back in stock on the website. So I went ahead and ordered mine. It should be arriving tomorrow. It's that girl. I couldn't wait for the package to come tomorrow to record this video, so I figured I'd highlight it in today's video so you guys know about it. Listen, you need to pick this fragrance up. And I forgot to mention that the Zara Ebony Woods fragrance is also made in collaboration with Jo Malone, which is a notable fragrance brand as well. They have a lot of really nice perfumes. I told y'all, Zara has some good fragrances. And the last fragrance that I need to highlight in today's video that would be perfect for the fall and winter months is coming from Fenty Beauty. You guys should have seen, you should have seen this coming. If you know, you know. This fragrance right here was made for the fall and winter months. She could not have released this at a better time. It is an EDP, if I didn't already mention that. There are a ton of notes in this perfume, but I feel like the one that stands up the most when mixed with my body chemistry is definitely the Bulgarian Rose, definitely the musk, and I also get the blueberry note as well on my skin when paired with my body chemistry. Now I do have an entire review, an entire video about this Fenty Beauty fragrance, so I don't want to spend the remainder of this video talking about it, but just know she's not one of them. Just know she's not for the weak. Just know she's not for the faint-hearted. She is grown and sexy. She is not overly sweet. She is not overly fruity. She's more warm. She's more spicy. She's just very distinct, okay? She's a very distinctive, it's a very different fragrance. So definitely watch a few reviews before you go out and splurge on this. Check out my review, check out a few other reviews, because this is one that's made for a certain type of individual. Do your research. But those are all the fragrances that I have for you guys today. These fragrances will be sprayed and spritzed this fall and this winter. So if you see me, if you run into me, if we're friends, you're gonna be smelling one of these, because I will be keeping these in rotation. So I want to know down below, what are some of your fall and winter fragrance favorites? Let me know down below. If there's any fragrance that you think that I need to pick up for the fall season and for the winter season, comment down below and let me know. I'll be looking forward to reading your recommendations. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't head out before leaving your girl a thumbs up down below. Share my video with a friend that you think might need to invest in some of these, or share this video with a fragrance fanatic. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. We're on the road to 7K and we definitely need you to help us get there. Don't forget that all the fragrances mentioned in today's video can be found down below in my description box for your convenience. And with that being said, thank you guys again. Huge thanks to you guys again for watching today's video. I love you guys, and until next time, until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. Bye guys. Don't come for me, but sometimes I'll just put this on nude. I'll put this on the nude without having to break the pink. Either the patchouli or the magnolia, but one of those notes pop up very for the entire fall season, and they'll also, these fragrances, I'm here for you guys, so make sure I'm here for you guys. And the last this is why I don't record past 12 o'clock. This is why.